Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the live stream here where we're talking all things about Conecon. I always like to kind of point down here. So when you're on a Facebook stream and it's muted, you can kind of think, what's he talking about? He wants you to click down here. Anyway, welcome. It's nice to have you here. We are talking a little bit about Conecon 2023 today because today is the first day of early bird registration. It's a day that many people have been very excited about, counting down, as you will. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the program today, what the association is, what we do, what Conecon is. And if you have any questions whatsoever, we are more than happy to help you in the process. Now, if you'd like to know a little bit about the association, this year is our 90th year. So we are celebrating 90 years as an association to help and support the ice cream and frozen dessert industry, whether you're a retailer, a wholesaler, a supplier, a manufacturer. We are basically a mechanism to help you open and grow that business. And we've been doing it, again, for a long, long time. So let's talk a little bit about Conecon. Now, Conecon is the event. Funny you don't look that old. Thanks, mate. Keep the gags coming. Conecon is the North American Ice Cream Association's trade show and convention. And again, this is the 90th year. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada this year, which is, again, another level of excitement. And it's a trade show and convention that we put on generally every November. We like to pick the first week in November because it's at the end of the season. We generally put it in a place where most people are happy to go to. It's warm, it's touristy, and you can kind of have a break from the end of the season and not have to basically worry about what's happening at the shop. Let your hair down a little bit, and at the same time get some great education and meet some great suppliers and some great collaborators in the industry. So, and we try and put that in a location that is we bounce around. So we do generally the East, Central, and West Coast, and it goes in a rotation like that. 2 years ago, we were in Orlando, Florida. Great convention. Last year, we were in Fort Worth, Texas. And this year, we are in Las Vegas, Nevada, which is very exciting. We're at the Bally's. Used to be Bally's. Now it's the Horseshoe Casino. It's a great location. It's right next to Paris on the Strip there, opposite the Bellagio and the fabulous Bellagio fountains. And it's just going to be a great, great venue. So I wanted to go through the agenda today and looking about, Baron, I agree with you. The timing could not be better or could not be worse. For those F1 fans, the American or the US Grand Prix is the very next weekend. And so I tried to kind of stretch things out, stretch my stay out. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that, but still trying. It's still early days yet. So I wanted to take you through the agenda, answer any questions that you may have. And basically, your hub for everything convention can be found on conecon.org. Conecon.org. So let's jump over there and see what we can do. Not a Chrome tab, not a window. Let's do a window. Okay, so we'll jump over to here and we'll type in conecon.org. And again, here is the hub for everything convention related. So we've got, and Liz, I can't see that second screen now. So if either you can bring that iPad in or field questions for me, that would be great. Everything that you need is actually here at this conecon.org. It will take you to a page on the North American Ice Cream Association's website. And from here, you have the main page. You can do everything from this main page. We'll show you a little about some of the drop downs as well. But here you've got a little bit of background about the show, the location, the dates. Now, I will say when we go through the agenda next that there are some pre-convention activities that you may be interested in. So feel free to go through that process and have a look at that. You've got all of the different tickets here, and then accommodation links are here. Before I jump into how much it costs, true salesman, let's talk a little bit about the agenda. So again, as I hover over the convention tab here and click attend, you've got the agenda here. And this is the full agenda, of course. It's not letting me do that because the page isn't found. That's not true. Let's try it again. It always does that to me on the first time. Here we go. So a little bit about the trade show. Again, this is a convention and trade show that happens simultaneously. So over the 3 days, you've got the trade show floor happening, and you've also got the convention, seminars, and different things happening at the same time. The trade show floor is open generally from 9 to 5 on the first and the second day. So on the 2nd of November, the third day, it's open 9 to 5. And on the Friday, it's open 9 to 5. Trade shows closing a little earlier than usual on the last day. We love to support our suppliers and our exhibitors, and they have basically said, look, we need to condense that day. A lot of seminars and stuff happening that day. So we've reconfigured things a little bit here in order to accommodate a busy trade show floor and to get the most out of our 3 days. So the trade show is only open till 12 o'clock on that third day. And you'll see in the middle here, there's a break for lunch. Some of those days we have lunch options, some we don't. And again, I can't see that. So do you want to put it right here? It's got my Chrome tab. Stop sharing. Come on, Steve-O, what's going on here? Why don't I just go full screen? Present, share screen. Share entire screen. I don't want to share the system audio. And is that a bit better, Liz? Is that a bit better? Am I going full screen here now?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Good. So again, trade show floor, 9 to 5 on the first day and the second day, and you've got 9 to 12 on the third day. I will tell you that there are always activities in the evening on the trade show floor, so don't think that, hey, that we're tying up. It's a great 3 days to be able to have the trade show floor action as well as the other activities that are happening after there. Now, I did mention about some pre-convention activities. Now, you could probably go out on a limb and say, well, is this a 4-day convention? Maybe it is. We say it's a 3-day convention. The general pre-convention agenda is optional. It costs a little bit extra to go to, but there are a couple of things that we're featuring this year which are very new. Of course, the Dick Warren Memorial Golf event is happening at 8:30 to 3. Generally, we don't get a whole bunch of people out, maybe 12 to 16 people out, but it is a great event. And if you want to get there early, it's a beautiful golf course that we're playing at in Las Vegas, close to the Strip. So that's available. Again, when you register, you've got the option there to get in a day early and hit a round or two. Now, we traditionally have always done our Cornell food safety course, writing your food safety plan. It is a great course for those of you who have been through there. For those of you who are developing a food safety plan, then this course is essential. We've got a great relationship with the Cornell folks. We trialed this, I think, 3 years ago, and every single year it fills up. There's only about 50 spots there. So in the registration process, you'll see that the food safety course is the day before. It takes up most of that day. You will not be disappointed. So get in there early for that. A lot of handouts, a lot of manuals, and food safety experts there to tell you everything about what you need to know, whether it's wholesaling, whether it's FSMA, whether it's manufacturing. Very, very great course here. Last year, we ran an industry first-timers boot camp. Now, this was for someone who is either just in the industry, just joined the industry, or still looking at getting into the business. This is a great program for you. It's well worth the extra day and the extra funds to attend there, because sometimes the industry can be a little bit overwhelming when it comes to walking the trade show floor. People are talking about overrun percentages, butterfat content, all of these different industry terms that we take for granted and we use. This is a great way for you to kind of brush up on the foundational aspects of the process of the ice cream business. So that generally is not capped. So I think we had close to 100 people there last year. And so that is on our pre-day convention. This is a new session. So we constantly find that a lot of the content that we have at our Conecon events, conventions, are geared towards those who are getting into or supporting those who are new to the business. This year we're running a masterclass. Now that masterclass really is looking at someone who has multiple locations, has a certain threshold of sales, certain amount of staff that needs to take their business to the next level. They want to refine operations, grow their business, and generate more revenue. So we're going to have industry experts, those who have been through this process, teaching these almost mini lessons. And then we're going to have some guided round tables also at the end of that. So again, if you fall within that category, you've been in the business a little bit of time, you've got multiple locations, you really want to tap into a little bit more expertise in the process of growing the business from where you are now to where you want to be, then that masterclass is for you. It'll be great. Let's jump into the general convention. So again, first technical day of the convention is on Thursday, and you've got registration opening at 9 a.m. Registration will also be open on the pre-convention day as well. We've got our trade show floor opening throughout that day, and we have a couple of meetings here, a couple of demos. First timer meeting is good. If this is the first Conecon you've ever been to, good to just brush up on the process and how you can wring the most out of your first convention. And then we have our kickoff, basically first sit down, our first meal, talk a little bit about what's new in the association. We give out Cone Cash, which is over the course of the event, $1,500 to use on the trade show floor. A good little opening session there. Now, straight after that, we have a whole lot of things happening. Last year, we had our Master Scoop competition, or the Golden Scoop competition. This year, it goes again. You'll be able to register for that at the registration desk. There is no pre-registering for the Golden Scoop. So when you're registering, when you're there at the registration desk, you'll see a QR code. Make sure you register for that. I think there are 64 spots, if I'm not mistaken. Get in there nice and early, register for the Golden Scoop. Now, in the afternoon, you've got some breakout sessions, and this really is where a lot of the value comes for the association and for this show. So you've got a lot of things here, and again, we won't go through them word by word, but you've got marketing planning, you've got building company culture, you've got cost basis. A lot of our seminars this year are focused on operations and fine-tuning and marketing. Later on in that day, we've got compensation strategies. Again, a thing that comes up all the time. How do I effectively pay my people? What's a good tip strategy? What about bonuses and incentives? We're going to be covering all of that in that session. We're talking also at the same time in a separate session on driving customer loyalty and mastering workflow and production strategy. Now, we always get this question all the time. Hey, I'm one person that can't go to 3 things at the same time. Is it recorded? Unfortunately, no, it's not. So you will have to go through the process of kind of deciding how many people you'd like to come and who's attending what. But that's going to be a great day. And again, that'll be the end of it that day. We usually have our flavor of the year testing straight after dinner that night. Dinner's on your own. And we're doing something very different with our flavor of the year testing this year, or tasting, I should say. We are going to have a dedicated tasting area that will be open throughout the show. We've invested in freezer space. We're going to have those samples out there for a long period of time, so you can kind of take your time in the process of judging the flavor of the year. So it's not going away. It's going to be as busy as ever. But we did some dramatic changes and investment into that process of, nearly 1,000 people tasting 100 odd ice cream flavors. So you'll see a little bit of a change to that, to the program in that regard. But that doesn't mean that it's going away. It's just going to be a little bit differently, a lot more efficiently. That's day number 1. Day number 2 kicks off in the morning. We've got another new session here. We're calling it Find Your New BBF, your business best friend. It's going to be a BYO coffee event, just a very quick, short, sharp speed dating or speed networking event where you can go through the process of kind of collaborating and finding someone who you connect with and who can help you basically grow your business and become almost like not a mentor or mentee, but more a collaborator, networking process, if you will. Program starts off at 9 a.m. that day. Very excited to have our keynote speaker, which is Craig Culver, founder of the Culver's restaurant chain, over 900 strong. Culver's has a special place in my heart. When I first arrived in this country nearly 20 years ago and was working for a frozen custard machine manufacturer, one of my first jobs was going out to a Culver's restaurant and doing some training. So we're very excited to have Craig with us, sharing his story of how one single family-owned restaurant, burgers, fries, frozen custard, ended up growing into a behemoth in the QSR process. So we're thankful for Craig's time, and I think he'll have some fantastic advice for us. Day number 2 is also Paletta Day. So we're having a second annual Paletta competition where right there on the trade show floor, you'll be able to see contestants make a number of different palettas or popsicles from cream-based, from fruit-based, a lot of great educational process there. And again, it's another opportunity to be able to compete with those around the country and maybe take home the coveted Best Paletta in the Country award. That's happening in different heats throughout the Friday. Again, in the mornings and afternoons, we've got our breakout sessions. We're all in the same segment there, so you can easily move from the breakouts back to the trade show hall and vice versa. We're looking at creativity in some of these sessions, in developing creative flavors. We're looking at building the catering business for you. We're looking at mastering social media. Lunch on your own this day before the afternoon sessions kick off. HR and employee development, hiring, training, mentoring, motivating is a big, big thing in the food service industry these days. And so we're going to spend a little bit of time on that in one of these sessions. A very popular session is an exit strategy session. You may not want to get out of the business right now, but you should be building a foundation for an exit strategy, whether that looks like selling a business or transferring down to kids, that kind of thing. Great session there. And then wholesaling is another great way of building revenue. And so we're going to have a wholesaling session specifically on how to get your ice cream into grocery stores. Later in the afternoon, we're looking at finding merchandising partnerships, again, teaching you that process of collaboration in the community, franchising your ice cream business, and a little bit behind the science of ice cream so far as formulation and how you can get the most out of your ice cream products. That evening is the supplier party. Now, the supplier party is one of the jewels in the crown of Conecon. And that evening, we are having a throwback party to our 90th, basically our conception or our inception as an association 90 years ago. We're going into a 20s/30s type Gatsby themed party. So dust off your fedoras and your boat hats and your feathers and come dressed up to have a great time. At the supplier party, we have our silent auctions, we have our live auctions, and that is an opportunity to be able to not only have a great time and collaborate with retailers, wholesalers, but really make a difference in a lot of kids' lives when it comes to the scholarship program. Last day, I'm almost a little bit sad even talking about the last day. We're only open registration now. We have our scooping competition final, the Golden Scoop. Again, that was a big, big deal last year. And we gave out a trophy for who could scoop the most consistently. It's happening again this year. Again, the heats will be on the first day. To register for that, you will need to register at the registration desk. And that is all happening on the trade show floor up to lunchtime. Trade show floor closes at lunchtime, and then we have our afternoon sessions. We're looking at advanced financials. We're looking at training managers in the store to free your time up. And we're also looking at powerhouse promotions, how to be able to really collaborate and also develop strong marketing and promotional platforms. We love finishing off our convention with the experts panel. Basically, any questions that you haven't had answered leading up to that point are used in that or answered in that session. And we generally have someone from production, from mix, from flavors, from cups, from operations there. And then we're finalizing the whole thing with the cocktail party, our awards banquet. Now, that is a fantastic event. It is semi-formal, so bring some of your good clobber, as they say. And there we go through the winners of the clinic. We give out blue ribbons, red ribbons, white ribbons. We go through the process of if someone qualifies to give them the award of the Master Ice Cream Maker. We also do the Flavor of the Year competition there. Well, not the judging, but the finals, the announcements. And someone will go home with the Flavor of the Year trophy for regular dairy and non-dairy. And it's just a great way to finish off the event. Get your photo taken on the red carpet, that kind of thing. That's the agenda in a nutshell. And again, this is on the conecon.org website. You can simply go and have a look at that agenda. Do we have any questions on the agenda before we jump into what else are we going to jump into here? There's a frequently asked questions that is on the website as well. Again, that's on this page. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you've got your frequently asked questions there. You can also look at the exhibit floor plan. It'll take you straight to the floor plan right now, and it'll allow you to have a look at who's exhibiting. Iris is there, Wiedenhammer, Kapashani, all of the blue squares are those booths that are taken. Exhibitors are building out their profiles. And so you can kind of see who's going. You can even kind of click on some of these and kind of say, hey, take you to their website, look at the products they're having at the show. That's a great little tool there that we've started this year. You can book your hotel straight from the Conecon page here. The agenda, again, is right there, and your FAQ or your frequently asked questions. So there's a lot of information there at conecon.org. Let's talk just a little bit about pricing before we open it up to general Q&A. Now, is it going to cost you a little bit to come to Conecon? Sure, it will. You can kind of invest as much or as little as you like in the process. I will tell you that as an organizer, the convention committee really strives to make the process as economical as we possibly can. As the more people we get in here, the bigger the convention grows, particularly in Vegas is a relatively expensive place to have a convention. We try and pack as much as we can into a program that will have a great return on investment for you. So now single day trade show tickets, you can get them for only the first 2 days of the show because the second day is a half day for the trade show. We're only offering the single day trade show tickets for the first 2 days. They're $100 flat even. You can go in there, tour the trade show. Again, it's going to be 9 to 5 with a lunch break in the middle. It unfortunately does not include meals. It does not include the sessions as well. But if you want to get a look and feel of the show, then that might not be a bad way. Early bird pricing starts today, and that early bird pricing is $675 for the first person, and then everybody after that is $525. We've introduced this second day or additional ticket price that's a little lower because every year we have more and more owners either bring spouses, bring management teams, and we want to try and see what we can do to kind of lower that cost a little bit. So that's your membership pricing. If you're a member of the association, $675 for the first person, $525 for everybody after that. If you are not a member, it's a little bit over $1,000. I think it's designed so that you join the association and you still get a little bit of a discount there. And your non-member ticket is here as well. So far as your pre-convention activities, you've got your first timers boot camp here. Again, we've kept it the same price as last year, $49. The masterclass, again, which we want to cap out. We're going to see how that goes, but $79 there. If you're an experienced operator, that will be some of the best money you'll ever spend. And then your food safety workshop, again, same price, third year in a row, $49. That is capped out at 50 seats. And then if you'd like to play golf on the pre-convention date, again, $175. So that's where we're at so far as the price is concerned. Again, we have a lot of people asking questions. Well, I go to a trade show and it doesn't cost me anything, or it costs me $50 to get in. This isn't just a trade show. This is a trade show and convention. It is a networking event. And I can tell you that as you look at our socials and you look at some of the videos and testimonials of people that we have who come to the show, who make that investment, they say it's some of the best money they've ever spent. If you come away from the show with just one or two great ideas that can shave literally thousands off your cost, or introduce an idea that brings in thousands of dollars of revenue, just one or two ideas can do that. So I generally try unbiasedly to say that it will be some of the best investments you'll make in your business. So let's jump back to the screen here. I'll stop sharing. Let's have a look at some of the technical difficulties with screen sharing here. Sorry, Mariah. I think we fixed that up, though. Spin that wheel. Yes. Well, look, Cone Cash is one of the big winners of the convention. Again, we have $1,500 to give out in increments over the period of time. You can take that certificate. I think the highest we do was $500. Take it straight out to the trade show floor and basically spend it right there. So another advantage. Got to be there, though. Is there a full refund before 9/17? Yeah, let's have a look at that refund policy. I don't think we've got that up on the website just yet, but there is a time period where you'll get a full refund. And then as it gets close to the convention, that refund reduces a little bit there. Good question, Missy. We'll have a look at that. Things happen and we totally understand that. And so we have a full refund policy up to a certain point. We'll confirm that on the website. We'll put that in the FAQs just to kind of let you know kind of what's happening on that full refund site. What else do we need to talk about, Elizabeth? Anything else that I've missed? Scholarships. Oh, well, let's talk a little bit about some dates in convention to scholarships here. The first scholarship, the first date you'll need to be aware of is the 1st of July. 1st of July is where we open up our competition entries. So that is your clinic, whether you're entering a vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry, and also flavor of the year entries will be entered on, you'll open up those entries on the 1st of July. On the 1st of July also is when the scholarship opens. Now, the scholarship is the Bryce Thompson Scholarship. It's been in operation now for, I want to say, nearly 15 years. And we've given out over $300,000 to employees of member stores. So on the 1st of July, the scholarship process will open, and you'll be able to go on the website and fill out a scholarship application if you are a college-aged student who works for a member store. And again, that $40,000 in scholarships we're giving out this year, same as we did last year. And we give out that amount of money by virtue of the generosity of people who bid at the charity auction on the second evening at the supplier party. So look out for more news on the scholarship. Each year we have about 100 employees apply for that scholarship. It's a great opportunity for the association to give back to members. I think it's a great member benefit, and that's something to certainly look out for. Look, I think that's about it. I don't want to cram you up with a whole 40-odd minutes of information. But look, if you would like more information, again, Conecon.org has everything: the agenda, the pricing, frequently asked questions, everything you'll need. If you need more information, if something's not answered for you on the website, please reach out to us. We love to help people get the information that they need to come to Conecon, to join the association. You can email us at info at icecreamassociation.org. Thank you very much for joining us. Again, we are very excited. This was a big countdown day. A lot of hard work's been done by the crew here. Elizabeth's been up early in the morning making sure that all these test registrations have gone through, and they have. So that's all we have at this time. Again, can't wait to see you on the show. Las Vegas, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of November. Conecon.org. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you there. Bye.